everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to you. We're not the normal setting this week. I've got artwork here, all sort of wax and everything else. It is drying, to be fair, but what I'm doing is something totally different this week for you. I have done it before a couple of years ago, and basically I create each star sign their own oracle card, which I sort of look into, and I pull out messages that I incorporate with the readings for this week. I've just got a backlog here as we've been going through. I've just done Aries. Look, that's Aries, his bit of artwork. Behind that we have, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Cancers. See, Cancers is totally different. Oh, is that Cancers or Capricorns? Yeah, Cancers. No, Capricorns. That's Capricorns. Okay. So can you see? So, and then we've got Virgos at the back. I'll just grab that so you can have a look at theirs. And it's totally different again. And what I do is, if you're here in the UK and you want your own card sending you, it's first come, first served. Okay, first come, first served, and I will post it to you. So I don't mind sending it to you, okay, but you have to be here in the UK. So we're going to create one for Aquarius. Just move that out over the back, bring in your blank card, and let's start building up a base colour to start with. And I feel I want to put this on for you first. Okay, not ironing in the normal sense. So just get a basis on your card to start with. They're trampling on my fingers. Wow, that's brilliant. So that's the first layer. We wipe in between layers so we don't end up with a mud bath. Okay, Aquarius. So I'm going to bring some red into this now. So I'm just going to place it where I feel it should be there. Okay, that's enough red on there. Actually, I might just put a little bit there. Yay, I knew I should have had to put some more on. I always go with my gut feeling. Okay, beautiful colour. I do like that colour actually. So I think we need a little bit of magenta. Beautiful colour. Okay, so I'm just going to place that on there. Okay, just feel like I want a little bit of magenta up here. That will do. Okay, I'm still not finished. This is how you build your picture up, you see. This is how you build your card up, guys. So we want now a little bit of yellow. Just going to bring some yellow in, only in places. Okay, wow. And then last but not least, just a little bit of white, just to lift it up now, here and now. Just a little bit of white. Wow. And that will do me. That's beautiful, that is. I do like that, Aquarius. So I'll be using that card in the reading, and I sort of look into it, and I'll get spiritual messages. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out for you. So stay tuned, and I'll be back in a moment. Hi guys, so welcome back. So we created a lovely oracle card for the lovely star sign of Aquarius, who I'm going to be reading for now. Aquarius, I'm going to bring this card in at the very end, but don't forget, if you are in the UK and you want me to post this to you, it's on a first come first served basis, because it's only one card, and you do have to be subscribed to my channel. So as I say, just drop the comment in the description box below. As I said, the first one who puts it in, I am gladly willing to send it on to you. So I'm just going to move this out the way for a second, and we'll come back to that shortly. Okay, and let's grab the cards then and see what messages we've got coming out this week. Just before I do, I was sort of inspired to do the artwork this week because I promoted a channel last week, the Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracle, and I will put her channel link in the description box below again, because there was a painting that she'd done, and it was of a Medusa, and it sort of prompted me to bring out one of my efforts. I'm not an artist in any way, but I did sort of have a go about 18 months ago, and I did create this, and I thought I'd use it on the backdrop this week, and also promote the Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracles channel, Tipping the Tea, as she likes to call it. Beautiful soul. Thank you for those who subscribed last week. She was over the moon, and I'm just trying to get as much support over, guys. So moving on, Aquarius, let's start shuffling your cards and see what's coming out in the messages for you this week. Spirit, what have we got for the lovely Aquarius? What do they need to hear? What do they need to see? Please bring out the cards on the table for me. Thank you. I don't know why I'm drawn. I'm sitting here, guys, and I'm so drawn to this crystal for you. That's smoke quartz, and it's as though they're trying to say to me, smoke and mirrors. There's something about a situation around you, or it's going to be coming up, where it's all smoke and mirrors. So just be mindful of that. I was just so drawn to that crystal then. Smoke and mirrors. And it's also a warning as well, about turning something off, or it could be an electrical fault, could be a dodgy plug in somebody's house. I was drawn for it for a reason, so I'll just take note. Okay, so Spirit, I want 2 more cards, please. But smoke and mirrors can also mean that you're putting on a front to somebody, not really being honest with somebody as well. So I'll take that as it resonates, guys. Smoke and mirrors. So what we're doing, what we got, Aquarius? We have the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Page of Swords comes in about, well, we've got a couple of scenarios here with the Page of Swords. For some of you, it can mean about brushing up your skills and going back to study in order to obtain some more qualifications to make a wish in a career aspect come true. Okay, so I feel for some of you, it's about going back into the learning process, and for some others of you, be proud of your achievements to date. Okay, as in, you wished for this dream to come true, you've put in the hard work, and it's like to say, be ready, because you've put the hard work in, and now it's time to use this knowledge for how you wish for it to have been used. Something's coming in this week. There's a wish coming in for you, and as I said, some of you could actually be going back to brushing up on a few skills as well, because it's about Page of Pentacles in the next card, and it's like to say, I want to make more money with the skills and abilities that I can gain or I've already achieved. Okay, We now have the Eight of Cups coming into play. And some of you could have your head turned this week. I feel for some of you, there's this thing ticking away in some of my Aquarians' heads of, I really need to be settling down. You see couples around you, because if we look at this card, we've got pairing of swans, we've got pairing of lovebirds here, and the butterflies and the dragonflies, and we've got this ladybird walking through sort of a rocky terrain, rocky pathway, and it's basically, some of my Aquarians are feeling the time's ticking on and feeling lonely and unhappy, that some of you may be longing for a commitment, a long-term partnership. Okay, that's not going to resonate with all of you, but I do feel for some of you out there, you're feeling this. It's as though you're feeling the clock's ticking away, and you wish nothing more than to be in a relationship. For some of you as well, it could be on the opposite side of the coin, where you've just broke up with a relationship after being in a couple, and therefore you're feeling sort of in a vulnerable situation, stepping out on your own into the unknown. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with this kind of scenario, or somebody around you this week who's going through this on either side of the coin, as I said. However, the Six of Wands comes in, and this is sort of, the universe is pushing you forward slowly. The hummingbird is a sign of communication, so some of you could be waiting on hearing something important this week to do with study or a work proposal. Okay, and I also feel there's somebody influencing you, Aquarius, keep pushing you forward. I know this is a flower, but it's that old scenario of dangling a carrot, and you could have a push from parents or a loved one saying, giving you incentives really. I feel like there's incentives being given to you, Aquarius, to keep pushing you forward, whatever that may be in, but I just feel there's some incentives being offered to you. I'm going to clarify these cards to open it up a little bit more for you, okay? So let's have one for the Page of Swords. One for the Page of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. And the Six of Wands. So with the Page of Swords, we have the Flower Spirit. And the Flower Spirit, to me, is a message to say, allow yourself to be taken freely where it is you should be aiming for. If you look at a seed, a flower when it goes to seed, like the dandelion for instance here, all these little seeds just fly off and there's no control over it, but they, you know, have to land in somewhere to germinate. And this is how I feel you are. You're being portrayed this week as a tiny little seed that is waiting to be carried off into a new situation. But there's education, skills that you've attained or going to obtain involved. Allow yourself growth, Aquarius. Okay? Allow your true elements to blossom like the flowers as well. So, Page of Pentacles, wow, we've got the Observer. And this is a future vision. It's strange, isn't it? We've got the Dandelion here. And sorry guys, my cards are falling today. Page of Swords. It's as though those seeds have flown over into this card here, in the Observer card that marries up with the Page of Pentacles. And this is about a future vision, seeing a future vision for yourself, okay? She wears sort of a red shawl in this card. And this is your doubts of yourself, okay? I work with colour, guys, and red is like a warning sign here. And she's got a shawl, okay, around her that's coloured red. And the universe is saying, don't let doubt and fear kill your dreams and wishes. Picture your future how you wish it to be and keep that focus, okay? Because you will nurture it. She's got everything on board there. It's like you say, you've got all the skills and abilities on board. So just project that future image down the line. So coming out with the Eight of Cups card, we've got bloom. Okay. And for those who I said I felt had come out of a relationship, then this is what they're telling you to do. Allow yourself the freedom to find your identity again. Because obviously if you've been in a relationship where you've stepped away from, or somebody stepped away from you, then you have to have this process of sort of reinventing yourself in order to move forward, learn from the lessons within the relationship that broke down, but allow yourself to grow and blossom and reinvent yourself. I want to say reinvent yourself for some of you, okay? And if it's not on a relationship stance, then it's just basically saying on the general, this is what you've got to do. Allow your true talents and your skills and abilities, the true you, to come out. Okay, time to bloom, time to blossom. And then with the Six of Wands, we've got day and night. And this comes in on an energy level of where you are uncertain. Okay, you're sort of got, this is like a worrying card. Some of you may be having a few sleepless nights thinking to yourself, well, where do I go from here? What is my next chapter? And she hides a lot because she wears a mask here. Okay, so she's hiding a lot of feelings bottled up within her. That's why I feel with the Six of Wands, this is somebody who needs to give you a push and give you some support. And it's only your fear that is stopping you, okay? It's only your fear, Aquarius. So let's have a look what your inner psyche is feeling this week. What's going on with your own spirit? What else have we got for Aquarius? Thank you. Just flipped out for you nicely. So, and it's strength. So your inner spirit is saying, look, we know you've had a lot to deal with, but you've got the strength to move forward. You're being moved forward here, Aquarius. And you've got the strength and abilities to do this, okay? You're growing spiritually as a person as well, but don't be your own self-sabotager here, okay? So I just feel some of you are feeling a little out of sorts, unsure and worrying, and it's saying don't waste your efforts, just keep plodding forwards, go with the flow and keep going forward. So let's have a look at your animal spirit cards. Okay, Actually, before I do the animal spirit, let's have a look how the universe sees you this week. How does the universe see Aquarius this week, Spirit? Thank you. And we've got this card here. You've gone through, or you are going through, an emotional situation at the moment that's playing on your mind of, okay, I just feel some of you are stuck. It's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And you're thinking, because of the day and night card here, what are my opportunities? Okay, how can I bring happiness back into my life, especially for those who have split in a relationship recently? But there's a rainbow coming through these windows here, and it's just saying you've got to see things in a different perspective. Okay, it's not all as hard going as you think it may be. There's windows of opportunity coming in for you. Okay, but you've just got to go with the flow. Got to go with the flow, Aquarius. So let's have a look at your animal spirit cards. What's coming out in those this week? And we have the alchemical sign of Earth, which is the bear, and we have another Earth sign, and it's the deer. I can't even say about these cards, because this is your energy, vulnerability, like the deer, and they're telling you to take on the bear, strong, solid-footed, and to bring the sunshine back into your life as well. I also feel this could be somebody around you supporting you, this drive force, who won't allow yourself to, to run yourself down. Because I feel you run yourself down a little bit. Oh, I'm not good enough. I don't think I should apply for that. I haven't got skills. You sort of, this fear factor comes in, this vulnerability comes in, and it's saying you've got to switch up into the bear energy, okay? Because the sun is coming in for you. But you've got to have faith in yourself and ground yourself, ground your energy, and keep this future vision, okay? So let's have a look what the messages from your spirits and guides and angels are this week. What have we got for the lovely Aquarius? I want to put that card. It's annoying. It always flips itself around the wrong way. So, Aquarius, what have we got going on for you? Digging deep. And we've got ancient knowledge. There is a flame inside your heart, a light that stems from the dawn of time. Ancient love and ancient knowledge are being rekindled. Close your eyes, connect with and feel the loving wisdom you hold. Let it flow out from your heart and transform your life. This is what it's saying. We've got blue here. It's sort of matched the blue in the universe card. This is about, as I said, you're putting this self-doubting on a situation, okay? Just go with the flow. It even says let it flow out from your heart and transform your life. This is what you've got to do, Aquarius. It's about transforming your life. Whatever that may be, be brave enough to come out of one relationship. Give your time to yourself to adjust, okay, before moving on. I don't feel that you should be jumping straight into a new relationship. I want to say, find yourself. I feel some of you need to find yourself this week, okay? Ground yourself and give yourself a good talking to, really. As in, I can do this. I am not fearful of this. I am good enough for this. Okay, all positives. And this will put you in good stead to keep moving you forward. So, I'm going to bring in this card that we created for you and pick up the messages okay, spiritual messages that we can pick out of this card. And the first thing I saw, there was a name in here. I felt like it was the start of Colin or Colette. Okay, now whether this is on the earth plane or it could be somebody in spirit, but I felt that name was significant for some Aquarians this week. It could be people that you will cross paths with in the near future, and that's a Colin or Colette. So that was the first thing I came across, okay? Let's just have a look what else we've got going on. There was something quite dramatic in this card. Yeah. I had an image, okay, of a person lying down on the pavement and they were bleeding out pretty badly. And somebody had got their hands on the bleed, trying to do their utmost best in saving this person. I felt the person had passed over because of the injury that they sustained, and I felt it was as though it was an attack on a young person. But they had a friend with them when they were attacked, okay? It was just one of these sudden attacks, and I felt they were stabbed. But this person, this friend, frantically tried to stem the bleeding. The hands are there, okay? The hands are there. This person is lying down here, got blood on the face, and passed over to spirit. I had the initials for this, and I feel like it's a boy, okay? Didn't think he was any older than in his early 20s. And he had the initial H somewhere, whether that's the start of his name or at the end of his name, or he's attached to somebody beginning with that letter H. But he so strongly came through in this card. So whether that can resonate with some of you, I'm not sure, but I have to bring out what I see, okay? I had a small dog as well. Here he is. He's got a black ear. He was like a black and white little mongrel-y type dog. And he had this mark, he had this black ear. That was his, he wanted me to say that's his sort of clarification that it's him. So he sort of had like a tiny little bit on his white ear, but the whole ear was black, okay? So he's coming for somebody as well. I also had a male. I'm just going to try and find him. He came through really strong in this card, and he told me he lost sight, okay, towards his passing. He lost his vision. He's up here, okay? This gentleman here, I picked him up and he was saying he lost his sight towards the end of his life, but he had a nickname that everybody used to call him Chief, okay? Here comes the Chief. There was something about the nickname Chief around this man in spirit. So whether anybody can take that information. And I had a really bizarre one. It was way out there, but I thought I had to bring it in. I've got a hedgehog here. I don't know if you can see him. That's his body there with all the prickles on. And that's that's his eye, and that's his nose. And there's something about a hedgehog. Now, it can come on as a symbolisation of a prickly situation that some of you are going to find yourself in this week. But I felt it's as though somebody either looks after or has got a sanctuary or feeds hedgehogs on a regular basis, okay? The love of hedgehogs here for somebody. I don't know whether it's you or somebody around you who has them come in their garden, and even built little house, like a little house for them to go into. But if not, it's come through on a symbol that there's going to be a prickly situation going on this week around you, Aquarius. To be mindful of that, okay? I had an X-ray as well in this card, in the pelvic region. There's the spinal column. It's like they were saying there's a slip disc, okay, coming through on the X-ray. There's going to be a slip disc notification. Somebody could dislocate their disc, could be in a lot of pain, and somebody, if it's not you, may have to go and have X-rays, okay? So that, to be mindful of that as well. And I can see a visit to a zoo, but it'll be birds of paradise. Okay, I've got a beautiful sort of parrot here. The outline of a parrot anyway. And I just feel some of you may be visiting a zoo. But you'll be drawn to obviously the bird part of it, the bird sanctuary part of it. Or somebody could be buying a parrot or a macaw. Okay, thinking about buying a parrot or a macaw, or you might have one in spirit, because that comes through as a strong link as well, okay? And for some of you, I've got a miscarriage coming here, okay? There's already one child in spirit who I'm connecting with this person. But there's something wrong. See, the one in spirit could be the miscarriage, okay? Because I don't want to get this wrong with this message. But I feel there's a child going to be born. Okay, I'm taking the one in the grave, already in the grave. He's either a stillborn or passed away right when they were born. Do you know what I mean? Like they actually went, you went the whole term. So they were stillborn, because there's one in the grave here. But there's one coming out. Okay, one going to be born, but they will have an issue with their heart. But don't get alarmed, okay, because there's a lot of people who get born with a hole in the heart, and they just have to have operations, different stages through their life. I've got a friend who's got a grandson, and they were born with a defect in their heart area, and now he's sort of 8 years of age. Yeah, he has had to have a couple of operations through the way, but he's fine, living a normal life and everything else. But I just feel here, they're just showing me there's a child already passed over who comes close to one that's about to be born. And I feel 3 months from now, so we're June, July, August, September, okay, September time, the baby is due. And I feel it's another boy. So I feel the one that is in spirit is a boy. Okay? That's not going to resonate with everybody, but I have to, again, pass on what I see in the cards. And for some of you, not all of you, but there's some of you going to be going on holiday, whether it's a safari, because I've got an alligator here just surfacing on the water, okay, an alligator. So there's a holiday being booked where photographs will be taken, and you will take a photo, or you've already just come back from one where you've got this image of a crocodile. It was like that kind of, you know what I mean, that kind of aha moment, and somebody just caught an image. And I've got this alligator here, okay. Just make sure there's nothing else to come out for you, Aquarius. And I've got marijuana here. Okay, I've got cannabis plants. Okay, and it's just a warning because the red's trickling in on these plants, just to say, be careful who you are telling. I feel like somebody is confiding in a new friend, just saying to them, you know, I'm growing weed and what have you. But the country that it's been growing in, and I feel this is somebody linked in the UK because it's illegal here, and it's like to say, be careful, because they could open their mouths and get you in a shitload of trouble. So whoever tunes in and it's UK based, okay, and you are growing, I'm not saying you're doing it on a corporate, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're growing sort of hundreds of plants. It's only sort of, you're growing sort of, you know, 6 plants or something like that. But even so, be careful who you're telling, because don't trust them. So there could be somebody who you've met recently and you're thinking, do I tell them, don't I tell them, I could make money out of this. Don't. If I was the person who'd got to advise you, be careful. That's all I want to say. So, my lovely Aquarians, I hope you can take something from that reading this week. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, and also check the description box below for the Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracles channel. Trying to push some subscribers again this week over to the lovely Septima Samantha. So until next week, lovelies, you take care of yourself. Bye then.